Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a topic specifically on my portable camp tables in my collection, because these have been getting a ton of emails, questions, comments, very popular on the channel lately. So now that I have a little collection of my portable tables, I figure I might as well sit down and go through each of them and show you guys what I have. So we've got a lot to talk about. So right off the bat, I do have my Pamali G1 table. I also have the G2 here, but this is the G1 table. This is constructed out of aluminum. I do have a review on this if you guys are interested in seeing that. But basically it goes on a monopod system. So let's take this off completely. It's a very interesting design. I've got that screwed on there really tight. So it's a really interesting design. Basically inside of the pole is the hidden spike. So you basically unthread this and invert it, thread it right back into the body, which is very clever design. It helps keep this compact and very safe, because that is extremely sharp and you don't want to be running around with that. And then basically we have the pole section, and then up here we have a little finger nut with a ball head. Now the cool thing about these little tables is this thread up top is a 1/4 thread, which is the same thread for a camera mount. So you can put an action camera on here, or digital camera, whatever you want, put it in the ground, capture some time-lapse video, maybe get a selfie, whatever you want to do, you can do that. But it also holds the table, so we just thread that on there. And this table is constructed of aluminum. It is a little bulky, but it's built to last, and it's even personalized. So Pamali went ahead and put my logo on there, laser etched in there. It's never going to come off. We've got some holes and some different mounting areas basically for their Pamali cups. And I'll set all these up in the ground in a little bit, show you how you can utilize some of these holes. But that's my very first Pamali table in the collection. That's the G1 table made of aluminum. We then have the Pamali G2 table. So this is a new release. This is actually completely constructed of titanium, and it's the exact same setup as the other table. So that's the G1, this is the G2. The G's for gimbal, this being the gimbal, the ball head. So same setup, just take that spike out of the bottom and then invert it, and it has the same thread on the top, the 1/4 for action cameras, camera mounts. And then it has the same ball head on there as well. So you can actually level out the table. You can use if you want to put a flashlight that has a thread on it, you can thread it on there, and that can hold your flashlight. Whatever you're doing, it's very, very useful. The bugs out this evening are crazy, so they are bothering me a little bit. But basically, the G2 table goes on there exactly the same way as the G1 table. There you go. Nice little portable table, and the top is titanium, so it is quite a bit lighter than the other model. So those are the two Pamali tables that I have. And then we'll come into this little guy. So this little guy is from schwarze. This was one of my very first tables that I've acquired on the table, and this is a very small guy. On the bottom I have a stick attachment that Tommy was kind enough to send to me. So basically this is, get that off of there, still going. So this is a little stick attachment. Basically you could take a stick from the woods, maybe a dead limb off a tree, and you basically open up this little finger nut and you put the stick in there, and then you tighten that down on the stick, and basically that makes your pole to put into the ground, meaning the only thing you need to bring with you is the table and this attachment. These are very light. They are constructed of aluminum, and very, very nice. I have two tables from him. So this is one table, nice and small table, maybe a cup of coffee, maybe a few snacks, put your spoon, fork, whatever in there. That's got the stick attachment, so that's one. I also have a larger table from him. This guy has a pole on it, so this one has the stick attachment, this one has the actual 3-piece pole. So this breaks down. It's got a brass end on the end there for a spike, so it doesn't tarnish in the ground, doesn't rust. But basically this breaks down into 3 sections. I'm not going to take all of them off, but there are 3 sections of pole there, so you can add or remove if you do want to bring a metal pole, because this metal pole is a little heavy. But then we got to look at the table. Got the B logo there, so it is quite a bit larger than the other table. Now this table also has an attachment, and it's basically a cell phone holder. So if I grab my cell phone over here, If this was put into the ground and you were sitting in your chair, you could put music on, maybe a movie, and you can watch a movie on your phone. You can also hang all kinds of items off of here if you have little loops on like a titanium cup. You can put your fork up there, all kinds of things. And this is really cool because it actually comes off and it can go onto the other table. That little small table that I just showed you, it's got these neat little finger nuts. They come off, very, very simple, no tools needed. Making this table very, very useful because sometimes I don't want to pack in the extra weight or the extra size, or I don't need this piece, and I just want to bring the table itself, and you can use it just like that. So that's one table from Schwarze Biene. And we've seen the other table. Now, like I said, this can go on this table, of course. It mounts on there just like that, and then you put the little thumb nuts on there to secure that on there. So it's kind of a neat attachment. We then have some cups from Pamali, which go into the Pamali tables. So those fit in there. That fits in that one down there. The Schwarze Biene table also has little glasses. They're inside of my house right now. I forgot to bring them outside, so there are tiny little cups that go in there. Unfortunately, this table does not have the cutouts for the cups, but we have one more table. This one's very, very special. It does not exist. It was made for me and personalized for me. Star Wars fans, check this out. Millennium Falcon Fighter, made of titanium, and the Lone Wolf 902 logo right up there. Pamali cup drops right in there, and then you can put all kinds of things in there as well. Now this works with the same attachment as the G2 table. So this basically comes off, and you can attach this two ways. You can actually thread this onto a large tripod. So if you got your camera tripod with you, you could thread that onto a tripod, get it right high up off the ground, or you could thread it right onto the gimbal like I'm going to do right now. Get that on there. And now I've got a Millennium Falcon Fighter cut out titanium table, personalized for me. That's awesome. That offers me a load of room for when I'm doing cooking with my canister stove. I've got my fork, my spoon, all the stuff up there, a little bit of olive oil and garlic in here. Pop that up there. Very, very cool. So let's get these all put in the ground and have a look at them real quick, then we'll wrap this fun video up. All right, guys, well, there you have it. Those are my setups for my tables. Show you guys a little bit of functionality with them. Now, I do have the other small Schwarze Biene table here because I don't have a stick pre-cut to go in there, but generally that would just kind of sit in the ground. You'd have a nice area for a coffee cup. So I do have that table there. And then the G1 table, of course, I'm using the other pole for my Millennium Falcon Fighter. So we do have the G1 table. Very nice table, also personalized. I'm pretty happy with that. But these tables are just really, really useful. As you can see, I've got a carabiner hanging on the Star Wars table. We do have one of the cups put in there. I've got my fire steel placed in there. I can move it into a different section if I want to. If I want to level out the table a little bit more, I can tip it down so you guys can kind of see. I can move it. If I'm on a hill, I can level it out, tighten that finger nut, and then let go. Pretty cool. I've got a knife on this table. I've got my spoon just sitting there in one of the little holes. I've got my phone on the attachment. I've got my little canister stove dangling from one of the hooks on the front. Over here on the G2 table, I've got my 750 ml pot. Again, I've got another little Pamali cup sitting in there. So pretty awesome little tables. I've been getting asked a lot about them, and then I received this, so I figured I might as well just do a collective video showing you guys all the little tables that I have, and kind of show this guy because I'm really excited about this. So this is going to be awesome for cooking, a lot more room to work with. So those are my miniature tables. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. And there is one additional thing. I didn't just get one of these, I actually have two. One is for my son's birthday, so that's pretty cool. I've actually got two of these. They're not available. He's going to be stoked on his birthday to actually see it with the Lone Wolf 902 logo in there. So that's the scoop on this. So hopefully this video will kind of help you guys with the tables and answer a question about this table, because I know I'm going to get asked a lot in future videos. So I'll most likely refer you guys back to this video, and then you can basically get the scoop on where I got it from, how I got it. It is a gift from Pamali, so they do not make these, but it is now mine. So those are my tables. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Peace out, and I'll see you in the next video.